being patient with the ones you love. See, sometimes we have an idea of how life needs to be. We've grown up in a way that tells us we need to adhere to particular values, be a certain way. I know in my life, I had to hurry up all the time, had to be fast. My dad made me move very fast. So I developed an impatience. I associated being impatient with productivity, being of value, being worthy. If I could meet my father's demands and needs and be really quick, well, maybe he'd love me a little more. He'd love me a little better. Maybe I wouldn't be, experiencing so much pain. And so the attitude of that, it really carried over into my adult life. And I'd be impatient with myself, impatient with making progress with others. I'd be impatient with the people that I cared about. And I projected my needs and my values on them without thinking about them. I became selfish. I became hyper selfish, like the environment by which I grew up in. And so that pushed people away. It made people feel less than. It made them feel not good enough. And I started to use that as a power play. Like I wanted to feel more powerful and I wanted to be in control because I felt out of control. And hurting others wasn't my intention, but it's sort of what happened. And it happened because I felt out of control myself and I was judging myself. I was never happy with who I was. I was never happy with the progress that I would make. I was never happy with the decisions I made. I was never happy with just being where I was. So I projected that unhappiness and I demanded that of others. I was hard on myself, so I was hard on others. It doesn't go down too well. And when we're not patient with people, we're not compassionate, we're not empathetic, we're not connected to them, we're isolating ourselves. They don't feel seen, they don't feel heard, understood, accepted, appreciated, respected, basic fundamental human needs. But if we can't see ourselves, if we can't accept ourselves, and I couldn't see who I was, I couldn't accept myself, I was never happy with who I was, I would project that on others. And so if I'm walking on a trail with my beloved, I would want her to hurry up because I want to get to the next destination. Or I wasn't present enough. Or I'd be projecting if you're slow, that makes me slow. And if I'm slow, that means I'm not good. And it's not just something physical like this. It's maybe our own emotional maturity, the way we see the world, the love that we have or lack. It's really important to... Patience is more than just a virtue. Patience is a gateway to enlightenment. And it is honestly one of the hardest things in my story, for my life, has been one of the most difficult things to do is be patient. Firstly with myself, and secondly with those I love. To not demand so much. It doesn't mean I don't want to create, doesn't mean I don't want to be the best version of me. It just means I'm not going to hate myself if I'm a little slower going down that path.